I've been working as a cemetery caretaker for 5 years now, and I've grown accustomed to the solitude and eerie atmosphere that comes with the job. My shift starts at midnight, and I'm usually alone, with the exception of the occasional stray cat or raccoon rummaging through the trash. As I walk through the rows of headstones, the only sound being the crunch of gravel beneath my feet, I feel a sense of peace wash over me. It's as if the darkness and silence have a calming effect on my mind. But tonight was different. Tonight, I noticed something that made my skin crawl. As I was making my rounds, I stumbled upon a grave that seemed out of place. The headstone was newer than the others, and the name engraved on it was unfamiliar. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but something about the grave seemed off. I decided to investigate further and started to dig into the cemetery's records. As I sat in my small office, poring over the files, I came across an entry for the grave in question. The name on the headstone was Emily Wilson, and according to the records, she had been buried just a week ago. But what caught my attention was the cause of death. Unknown. I felt a chill run down my spine as I read the words. I've seen my fair share of tragic deaths, but there was something about this one that seemed particularly unsettling. I decided to pay a visit to the grave again, this time with a flashlight in hand. As I approached the headstone, I noticed that the ground around it seemed to be disturbed. It was as if someone had been digging at the grave, but there were no signs of any tools or equipment nearby. I shone my light on the headstone, and that's when I saw it. The name, Emily Wilson, was no longer alone on the stone. Beneath it, in small letters, was the phrase, "I'm still here." My heart sank as I realized that I was not alone in the cemetery. I tried to shine my light around the area, but the darkness seemed to swallow it whole. I was frozen in fear, unsure of what to do next. And then, I heard it, a faint whisper in my ear. "I'm still here." I spun around, but there was no one there. The whisper seemed to come from all around me, echoing off the headstones. I knew then that I had to get out of there, and fast I turned to run, but my feet felt heavy, as if they were rooted to the spot. The whisper grew louder, more urgent, and I felt a presence closing in around me. I was trapped, and I knew I was not alone. Suddenly, the whisper stopped, and the darkness seemed to recede. I was left standing there, my heart pounding in my chest, wondering if it had all been just my imagination. But as I turned to leave, I saw it, the headstone, with the name, Emily Wilson, and the phrase, "I'm still here," beneath it. And beneath that, a new message. "Now you're here too." I didn't wait to find out what that meant. I ran out of the cemetery, not stopping until I was back in the safety of my own home. I'll never go back to that place again. Not at midnight. Not at any time. The cemetery can have its secrets, and its whispers. I'll leave them to the darkness, and the shadows that haunt it.